And you've pointed out to me that the simple things like fitting oil sampling valves are,
Mm.
sort of no-brainer for greater maintenance control. What other simple, quick wins do maintenance teams often overlook, in your opinion?
I think two things I'm going to point out here. One is visual inspections. Just you have gauges, telltales, what have you. Make it obvious to people what an acceptable range is, even if it's just putting a green piece of paint on the rim of the gauge, where you expect the needle to sit. Make it obvious for people who are doing rounds or inspection routines what working normally is. So that's kind of one very simple thing, and it's almost free. To extend from that, take time in putting walk rounds together. Take time in have visual standards. You can use. I mean, I don't know whether buying a cheap thermal imaging camera counts as that counts as cheap these days. I mean, the price has come down so much. But you can do so much with a thermal imaging camera that costs a few £100 that we would have thought was extremely impressive back in the 1980s when we were pouring liquid nitrogen from a Dewar flask to cool the detector. The picture quality of a camera you can get for a few £100 is so much better than what we had in the 1980s, and the unit cost £30,000. So those could be seen as quick wins, but you do need to. I think you do need to train people and make sure they understand what the limitations of them are. So I think maybe, and another potential question was, what are the common reasons programs fail to deliver? They're generally cultural. It's not down to the tools and equipment that are used. It's generally down to culture and investment in training. Not only the people who are taking the data, but crucially, people like the maintenance planners who are responsible for turning recommendations into action. They need to have realistic expectations of what can be delivered and what can't be delivered through condition monitoring. And really, you can't overstate the importance of frequent and clear communication there and getting feedback on the work that's been done.